Getting your first AI automation client is the hardest part of running an AI agency. Not because you lack the skills, but because most people go about client acquisition the completely wrong way. You're sending a few cold emails a day and spending weeks learning how to build automations that nobody asked for, and then you're wondering why no one is responding. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 7-step process that I used to sign my first AI automation client and how you can use the same strategy to get your first client within the next 30 days without needing a website, without needing experience, or without needing a massive social media following. The first thing you're going to need to do is to set a goal. You're going to need to sign a contract with yourself, decide and get clear on what it is you're trying to accomplish, whether it's the amount of clients that you want by day 30, or it's a revenue amount that you want to hit. You need to write it down, have it clear, and you need to sign it. This is a goal that you can commit. You can put it on a Google Doc or write it on a physical piece of paper, something where you can actually see it and remind yourself of where you're headed, because that will keep your focus throughout the time frame. It's so important. The likelihood of achieving our goals goes up once we actually write them down, whether that be in a notes app, whether that be, it even goes up higher once you have it in a platform or a medium that you can see every day. So if you put that paper close to your nightstand or close to your journal or somewhere where you're going to see it and remind yourself of the commitment that you're making to get to this level. The next step would be to start with building a demo. Don't get this wrong. This is not the equivalent of going ahead, spending 6 weeks learning how to build N8N automations or some crazy type of workflows that do all these intricate things that nobody asked for. No. You're going to build one sub account on a software where you can get a free trial like Go High Level, right? It's something that I have a free community, free course on how to actually build that. You can use YouTube, whatever free resource you want is fine. As long as you keep your scope limited, you're going to spend not more than a week or two learning how to build the systems that are repeatable for business owners and that actually increase their bottom line revenue. So you're going to sign up for a free trial for something like Go High Level, and you're going to spend the time building a system that you're going to use when you reach out and when you actually get clients. So you're going to build the demo account, simple workflows that address real problems like missed leads. So a missed call text back automation could be one. A follow-up automation could be 2. Email nurturing campaign could be 3. Review request campaigns could be 4. Just very simple foundational automations that are necessary and transferable across any business owner's business. Step 3, which is another key and important one, is find your list. You're going to compile a list of people that you're going to reach out to. I always recommend putting down a list of people that you know in your personal network that are either business owners or in an opportunity where your skills or these automations would provide value to them. Because the people who are most likely to buy from you are people who know you, who trust you, and understand your expertise and your character. It's not going to be some stranger that you don't know. This is going to be, if you want the genuine fastest way to get someone to believe in you and purchase your service, this is the most likely route that you're going to have to go to. So compile a list, whether it's business owners you know, people in your community, and you have a church community, if you have a high school community, like whatever it may be. Compile a list of people. Or if you're going to do cold outreach, you're going to compile a list from Google Maps of local businesses, whether it's Instagram accounts. If you're going to do Instagram outreach, just get a list of businesses that you have identified don't have the systems that you are going to be pitching to them set up. So if you're pitching a review generation automation system to them, you're going to make sure that you look at their business profile. You saw that they don't have a lot of Google reviews. So this would be a good person to reach out to. You've looked at the automations that come in when you fill a form. They don't have any nurturing email campaigns and they have a weak online presence. So you know that, okay, these are the people that are potentially going to get value from my service. This also increases your conviction when you're on a call or in a conversation with these people. The next thing would be to start your outreach. You want to create a very simple script. In my free community below, I have script templates that you can use, or you can make a custom one on a tool like ChatGPT or Claude and use that same script. Don't change the variation until you have enough data. And you're going to use that either to call or to text if you're doing cold DMs, every single person on that list. So for example, if you're doing a warm outreach campaign, you've compiled a list of people who know you. You could say something like, hey, this is Josh, and I have started to learn this new skill, and I think it's something that could bring value to your business in this way. Would you be interested in having a quick conversation to show you how I can get more customers into your business by increasing your review count on Google? Something similar, just short and brief, but that gets to the point. I'm telling you, you will get people reaching out to you. Volume of conversations beats having the perfect strategy each time. You just want to start, because then you'll have enough data to know what works, what didn't. So you also don't want to test. You send it to 10 people and you say it's not working. Send it to 100. Find if you're doing off Google, you can even do 1,000. You need to do a high amount of volume for you to actually see the results that you're going to be looking to see. Step 5 is going to be turning talks into clients. Now, this is where you're going to leverage the work that you've been doing in building these automation systems and the expertise that you've been doing. So when you're doing the process of prospecting, which is finding people that you're going to reach out to and noticing what systems they have set up and they don't have set up, as well as building the demo account and the systems that you're using, you're building your expertise so you know what it is that you're going to need to say when you're actually in a conversation with one of these people. Oh, I was looking at your reviews. I was looking at your systems. This is what you have missing. This is where I find opportunities for your business to grow. Or I saw X and X and X competitors. They have this set up. This is where the automations that I've been working on can help you get from here to here. So it's very important. You could do this through a Loom audit. So a Loom is basically a video recording software where you can screen record your screen and a mic and a camera, and without a camera even, where you talk and you describe what you're identifying. So if you're identifying a problem in this person's business, you can screen record and show them where your automations would come in and how it would help them, and send it to them on a text, send it to them via email, send it to them via a DM, and they will be more likely to get on a call with you and hear what you have to say because you've already provided some sort of value. Most likely, even if they don't want to sign with you, they will be curious just to hear what it is you found for anyone who's looking to improve their business. And if it's not someone who's looking to improve their business in the first place, you may not want to be working with that person anyways. Step 6, objection handling. Now, when you're in conversations with people, whether that be via text, whether that be in person or on a sales call, you're going to get what you call objections. These are basically barriers to why people would want to work with you. It could be because they think your fee is too expensive. It could be because they don't have enough conviction on what the solution that you're providing is. They may not believe it's going to work. But once you understand what you're doing is not new, you will understand that for every objection, there is a calm and prepared answer that you can use to address the concerns of the person that you're speaking to. So if they say it's too expensive, you need to frame it in a way that they understand the ROI that is in it for them. So if I'm charging $500, for example, or $5,000, for example, I need to frame it in a way that if this person's average order value is $1,000, they understand that working with me is going to bring them 10 additional clients. That's $10,000 in revenue. So now the fee that I'm charging is only a portion of the entire amount that they're going to make back. And now it looks like more of an investment. And with the systems that you're going to build, you're going to build them so thoroughly that you are actually going to derive that result. So you need that conviction. And this is the importance of building that system, building that demo, as well as doing the right canvassing. So you make sure that you are having these conversations and reaching out to people that you can actually genuinely help. Step 7, the final step is don't quit. The biggest hindrance between you and where you want to go is not necessarily the strategy or not having enough people to reach out to or not even your sales script or anything like that. It's literally just you stopping the activities that are going to get you to where you need to go. Do not quit. The only people who fail are the people who quit after a week, after a couple of days, after sending 10 DMs. You need to stick to the contract that you signed in step 1. That's why it's the first and most important step, because you need to remember why you're doing this, and you need to remember what you're going to aim at and where you want to be by the end of this. So you need that refocusing, and you need to also remind yourself that the only difference between those who make it and those who don't is that they just never quit. Because if you stick around long enough, you have more experience, you learn more, and you know more of what works versus what doesn't. But if you leave, you're never going to find out what works. So again, just to reiterate the 7 steps. The first is to set a goal and sign a contract with yourself. The next is to build your actual demo on a software like Go High Level. The third will be to find your list, whether it's businesses off of Google, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's a warm list of your contacts. You need to find a list. And the fourth is to start your outreach. Pick a number of people that you want to reach out to you every single day and you are going to keep consistent with the outreach to that specific amount of people. Step 5 will be turning the conversations into clients. So whether you're doing Loom audits, what you're sending, so you audit their business with a Loom video and you send it out to them to watch, or you're just doing DMs, or you're doing that on a sales call, you need to master the art of having those sales calls and turning those conversations into people that actually believe and understand the value in what you're offering as a service. Number 6 is handling objections. You need to be prepared because there's going to be questions. Nobody's ever just going, well, maybe not ever, but most likely 9 times out of 10, they're not just going to be like, yes, let's go ahead. They're going to have questions and things that could get in the way of working with this client. So you need to be able to handle those objections, be prepared. And then the last step is just not quitting for 30 days. After 30 days, it's whatever. But before 30 days, you need to try and make sure that you stick to what you've said. All right. So if you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who are also building and scaling their AI automation agencies, click the link below, join my free community, and you'll get access to the people, resources, and support you need to build your agency alongside other people doing the same thing.